What is up, guys? This is Chris with High Impact Audio, and I'm here with Fenn from Laney. How are you doing, my friend?
Great, mate. How are you?
Doing awesome. So you have a special pedal going on. What do we have?
So this is the Laney Black Country Customs Ironheart Loud Pedal. So we do a Lionheart one, which is blue. We do an Ironheart one, which is black. Comes in this delicious little box with some gorgeous spot UV on the top, but when we get into it,
yeah.
Here we go. So, take it out. Do you want to grab it?
Perfect. Yeah, I got it. So, as far as this pedal goes, what was the idea behind making this pedal? Because you guys have the Ironheart amplifiers. They're really sought after. I know a lot of people that absolutely love the Ironheart amplifiers. But what made you guys want to go ahead and make a pedal out of it?
Well, so for those that don't know, this is actually a 60-watt amplifier. So we put it into a pedal format because it's often the case nowadays. Real estate on stage is very limited. You want to fly somewhere, but you've got a limited amount of weight to take, etc. So we thought we'd make the Ironheart tones in something that you can actually transport with. So we actually made an earlier variation of the loud pedal, which is called the Ironheart Foundry loud pedal.
Yeah.
It's a similar thing, but it looks a little different. But with this, we knew we wanted to take it a step up. So we worked with collaboration with Martin Miller, the legend from YouTube, and he does all fantastic things, but he's been a Laney artist for a long, long time. And we sort of had a bit of a concept, but we worked with Martin to develop what the Ironheart loud pedal really should be. So this is what this is. So in concept, really, it's a 2-channel, 60-watt solid state amplifier. But you've got independent reverb, you've got independent boost, which is foot switchable here and here. The 2 channels there, so we switch between them two. You've got a bass, middle and treble, which is across the board. And the boost comes from our Black Country Customs Steel Park boost pedal.
Okay,
and the reverb comes from our Black Country Customs Secret Path pedal. But the cool thing, so on channel 1, you can choose whether you want the clipping of your gain structure to be either clean or symmetrical or asymmetrical. So it just changes the sort of vibe of what the gain structure does. And then on channel 2, you can choose whether you want your gain structure to be a little brighter or a little darker. So that's really handy when you're looking at things like if you're playing a telly and it's got like quite a lot of high-end chops, but you just want to darken it a bit, you can do that. But what we've also got on here is a global tone control. So between the switches, the global tone control, and what you're doing on your guitar, you can get a lot of different sounds out of this.
Interesting, because usually a tone kind of ends up being a little bit more like a frequency like sweep.
Yeah.
You know, so it gives you a lot of options tonality-wise, because you have the 3-band EQ, like you said, you have the dark, the bright, and then you also have the tone as well.
You do.
I really like that, and I'm glad that you mentioned that it is a solid-state power section, because I was actually going to ask you about that.
Well, it is an amplifier. That's the thing. So just input there, and you can either go into a cabinet. So it's 8 ohms, but it does work with 16 ohms as well. So, and then you've got an effect send and return. But where it gets really clever, so obviously you can go to a cabinet, a loudspeaker if you want, but on the back you can DI it, so you don't have to run it into a cab. And on the DI you can have it off, so it just runs as a DI box straight to front of house or monitor engineer, whatever. Or we've loaded 2 different impulse responses, so 2 different cab sims, A and B. But if you're not happy with the ones that we've put in, if it doesn't suit your style, your tones, you've got USB-C on here, and you can upload your own IRs and stuff like that.
Very cool.
But we've called it Laney Advanced Impulse Response, so LAIR. And there's an app that you can download onto your desktop, and you can change bits in and out. But the cool thing as well, full MIDI. So if you're running it on a board with loads of other pedals, you can select how it changes and how this works with you.
That's great.
Also headphones in and aux out.
Okay.
So you can, headphones out, aux in.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a long week.
No, you're good.
And then 24 volt power supply. So that comes with the box in there. You also get USB-C cables and stuff that are Laney branded, so really rare. So, keep them.
Yes.
But Obviously, most power supplies now, so if you're using like a True Tone 1-spot CS12, you can choose 24 volt on that, or 9 or 12, whatever your pedals are running. So even though you're running on a block of 24 volt, 2,500 amps, it's actually really useful and you can actually use it everywhere. So yeah, it's really, really handy, and we're very, very proud of this. Really glad of it. And it's the price point. It is £400. So,
is it really?
Yeah, and this,
okay.
It's made in England at the Laney factory. So,
yes, so it's going to be really good quality and everything.
I hope so.
Absolutely. God, I would hope so too.
So yeah, anything you ever see Black Country Customs on, that's because it's made in England at the Laney factory in Birmingham. So yeah, 57 years of making amps in England, and yeah, this is the newest one to come out of the factory.
This is absolutely awesome. Yeah, I can't really see anywhere that you guys haven't really thought of on this pedal. You've pretty much covered just about everything on this. This is absolutely awesome. I'm a huge fan of IRs and using impulse responses. It just makes things a lot easier than lugging a big old cab around, there's nothing wrong with that. You get a different sound, but it's just so much easier if you want to do the IRs, go to front of house, use your own third-party IRs. It's great, and then having the MIDI is awesome as well, and having the ability to even use the app with this pedal, and everything is switchable. It's really cool.
It's good. It's a good weight as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not bad at all. This is your amp. This is absolutely fantastic.
But if you want to run it as just a distortion pedal or whatever, you just run it through the effects loop, and you can run it that way if you want. If you are running an amp on stage,
you can. Yep. Yeah, because the effects loop, that adds a whole different side of things.
Certainly does.
For sure. That is absolutely awesome. Well, this is the Ironheart Loud Pedal. Thank you so much, Fenn, for hanging out with me, going over the specs of this guy, and just kind of showcasing it. This thing is really, really freaking cool.
Right. Thanks. Nice to meet you, man.
Very nice to meet you too.
It's been a good week. It's been a busy week, but
yeah,
made lots of nice friends.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we will absolutely be in contact for sure. But yeah, this is coming from 42 Gear Street 6 in Germany. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying my videos in any way, shape, or form, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It helps me out a ton here on the channel. And with that being said, my name is Chris with High Impact Audio, and I will see you guys next time.